Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hello everyone, Craig here with another great business to discuss on this episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. Today's guest is Ramen, and he's selling his Amazon FBA business on the Empire Flippers marketplace. So welcome to the show, Ramen. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you for asking. And I'm looking forward to talking more about your business. But before we dive in, let's go over a brief summary of the business. It's an Amazon FBA business in the home niche, created in August 2009. The average monthly revenue for the business is $298,977, and it makes an average of $78,707 net profit each month. For everyone listening, you can visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing 51430 to learn more about the business. Or you can unlock this listing to start your due diligence if you're interested in purchasing this asset. So now that I've given a general overview of the business, let's have a look at what's included in the sale. We have the Amazon Seller Central account with 362 SKUs, a domain and all site content and files, trademark, SOPs, supplier contracts and relationships, employee contracts, and social media accounts for Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And it's also important to note that inventory is not normally included in the list price, but further details can be provided to active buyers. Okay, Ramen, now let's hear from you. Can you tell us a little about your background in building and running online businesses?
Well, I hold an MBA degree and I worked for about 20 years with a multinational company. I always wanted to do something of my own. I got an idea from a friend about selling goods imported from China in Amazon. I did a lot of research and found out that there was great potential in e-commerce, especially with Amazon.com. So I started with the procurement of some goods through large liquidation sites who were selling large loads of goods from Amazon.com. And from those goods, basically, the idea was to identify products which seemed to have good potential. And in fact, it did work. And I was able to identify what kind of products would sell well in Amazon. Thereafter, I made several trips to China and explored the market. I attended exhibitions and was able to locate some highly reputable suppliers for goods that I had in mind. We started with a few products, and ultimately, within a couple of years, we developed a very impressive and profitable product line. We started with Amazon. Our main business is with Amazon FBA, but a few years back, we also added Walmart to our profile. We are DSV supplier to Walmart, and the business has really grown in the last 2 years. There are some products which really become popular and have generated great turnover. As far as Amazon is concerned, we have always concentrated on high quality products, and our brand has got a tremendous reputation, and it has resulted in our being able to get a good amount of profit on our products and price our products higher than competitors because people prefer to buy goods that carry our brand because of the quality and stuff like that.
Excellent. Wow, that's a very interesting story and a few things I'd like to unpack there. First of all, what was your selection process for choosing the products for your brand? What was some of your sort of selection criteria?
Like I said, I found out the potential in products that I procured from the liquidation loads. And thereafter, I did my research. And when I went to these exhibitions in China, I had a product line in mind, and I focused on that. And then I started exploring the potential of those products in Amazon.com. And I started comparing at what price I was able to source and at what price I was able to sell. That gave me a clear idea of what products I was going to go for. And that's how I figured out.
Excellent. What was it about the products that made you choose that product in particular? Was it the quality, or was it because of the market demand?
It was quite a few things. It was quality, market demand, and most importantly, they were kind of unique, not very exposed to the market, but had great potential. When we started this product line, there weren't so many competitors. But like I said, now the products is being sold by a few other competitors also, but yet we are able to command our price because of our brand reputation and quality of our products.
Excellent stuff. And yeah, so that's always a great way to grow businesses. The quality product, they should always sell. And you mentioned that you were an MBA and you worked for a big firm before you started the business. What sort of experience did you apply to this business?
Well, basically, I was into a company which was mainly doing exports and imports. It wasn't an e-commerce company, and I didn't have much experience in e-commerce, but I learned as I went down the road on selling on Amazon. And as far as my experience is concerned, it made me learn how to handle business, and which was very, very important because, like I said, I'm an MBA graduate. I had good knowledge of business, and that part of my experience helped me grow my business. But it wasn't directly connected with what I'm doing now.
Quite right. Yeah, I'm sure you developed a lot of transferable skills in that experience. So you mentioned that the business earns from FBA and e-commerce. Could you sort of give us some more details about the FBA side of the business and the e-commerce side of the business?
Yeah, FBA is mainly Amazon FBA. In fact, when we started our business, FBA was probably not even there. I don't remember. But yes, it was on a very, very small scale. We started with, sending a few shipments, and then we realized that it was a huge advantage to sell goods through Amazon FBA because people find a lot of confidence in ordering goods which are being fulfilled by Amazon. They are easy to return and they are assured that they would reach them on time. So as our business grew, right now we have two models of sending goods to FBA. One is we send shipments directly. Our main sourcing is from China. So one of the things that we do is send huge loads of shipments directly from China to FBA. And then once we order products which are moving very fast, we order more than what we project over the next 30 to 60 days. So for those products, we have a warehouse here in California. We store them and then ship them directly to FBA. And we have achieved great success. We have got appreciation letters from Amazon and stuff like that for our sales and revenue. And also our products, quite a few of our products carry the tag of Amazon Choice, which means when somebody puts search word of a similar product, our product would pop up with an Amazon Choice tag, which is a huge advantage because that would mean that we can command a higher price than other competitors.
Absolutely, yeah. That sounds like you've built up an established brand in Amazon, and when a business gets to that point, it's quite hard for it to be knocked off the top spot. Yeah, so you mentioned about your supply chain. So I imagine you work with 3PL companies for the fulfillment of orders for both Amazon FBA and the e-commerce side?
Yes, we do.
Okay, and the e-commerce side, you sell on Walmart, Shopify and eBay, and you have an online store, like domain for that side of the business?
Yeah, we have mainly it's Walmart, and we haven't really done much work on eBay and our website and the social media, which is one area where there's tremendous scope because we really haven't had the time to. We've been so busy with FBA and Walmart that we really didn't want to take too much and land up in a situation where we wouldn't be able to handle it. But if a professional company with the right infrastructure takes over, they can really develop the e-commerce channels of our website, Shopify, eBay, and the social media. But right now, the other e-commerce channel mainly is Walmart, which is pretty simple to operate. Our products are so popular that we don't have to do any advertising or anything, and they just sell on their own. And of course, if we start advertising and add more products, we could generate much more business. So like I said, there's tremendous scope in expansion as far as our business is concerned.
Quite right, yes. And it seems you sell hundreds of SKUs. Were they all within the home niche? You have a wide range of products as well, so in quite a few niches.
We have some products which run throughout the year, which are not many SKUs. I would say about maximum 40 to 50. But we have a lot of seasonal products, for example, the holiday season and other, Mother's Day, Father's Day, and stuff like that, events. The other SKUs are sold during those seasons. And so overall, if we see, there are 300 plus SKUs. And like I said, few are sold throughout the year and the others are seasonal. So they're not really similar. But the main niche, I would say, is, yes, probably similar in nature. But yes, the holiday products, sometimes they differ from what we sell throughout the year.
Quite right, yeah. And it's good to have a mix of seasonal products and products that sell throughout the year so you can maintain the sort of revenue of the business. Excellent. And I'm just scrolling through your listing page and I see you have 4 employees working on the business. Could you give us a little bit of insight on sort of how they contribute to the operation of the business?
Yes, we have an employee in China who does all the coordination with our vendors and the freight forwarding agent. And she makes sure that our orders are manufactured on time, shipped on time, and she follows up till everything is done. She does the labeling and everything and makes sure that there are no mistakes and our goods are properly sent to FBA. But most important part is to coordinate with all the vendors. It makes our life very easy because we have something like 10 to 12 vendors, and it's good to have a one-point contact where we have to deal with her and she does everything else. In addition, we have a couple of people working in our warehouse who handle the shipments of Walmart. They do the labeling, packaging, and shipping of the goods, coordinating with the carriers like FedEx, UPS, and all, and sending shipments to FBA, which are, stored in our warehouse. And then we have outsourced a little area of our business to India, where we have a couple of people who work on the listings and the reports. All the MIS reports are generated through these people in India. From time to time, they are on top of what product is falling short of inventory, what product is moving slowly, and what needs to be done to rectify if there's any slackness in any of these areas. Also, the accounting part is handled from there. They maintain all the accounts. And of course, we have a CPA in the United States who compiles everything at the end of the year and files the tax returns. So that's about all in a nutshell, what they do.
Excellent. And what about your involvement in the business at this point? What are sort of your day-to-day tasks?
Well, I am mainly managing the overall business. I make sure that I have a look at all the sales, all the listings, our storefront, and I see what products are doing well, what are not doing well. I go through the management reports that come from India. And I coordinate directly with our employee in China about sourcing of the products. And also sometimes I have to coordinate with the vendors in Walmart, the people who are category specialists, to make sure that if in case there's any problem with our placement in the listing in Walmart, then they're able to rectify it. And as far as Amazon is concerned, I make sure that everything is absolutely in order. If there's any communication from Amazon concerning our account, product, or anything, that is handled by me directly, so that I make sure that we never ever are on the wrong side or land on a wrong foot and do something that would hurt our account. So for that reason, our account is in an excellent standing, and we are in the good books of Amazon.
Quite right, yeah. It's always a solid position to be in the good books of Amazon. You definitely don't want to be in the bad books. And it's good that you're overseeing the whole company and keeping an eye on what everyone's doing so you can make sure the business is running smoothly. That's excellent stuff. What about for a new buyer who comes in? What sort of skills or requirements do you think there are for someone who is not familiar with this niche or business model?
Well, I would say that firstly, the buyer should be familiar with the e-commerce part of the business. He should have good managerial skills. I mean, it depends if it's a company and if he has a team. The team should be familiar with all the aspects of e-commerce and managing staff, getting reports, analyzing them, and also good knowledge of social media. If they want to expand, that's an area, if they want to expand, they need good knowledge of social media as to how they can use those platforms to grow the business even more than what we have at the moment.
Yeah, about the social media, it seems that you've got pretty decent presence, few thousand followers on Facebook and Instagram with good levels of engagement. So it seems that you've been doing some pretty decent organic marketing on those channels.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely growing those channels would be a good opportunity for a buyer to consider. What other types of marketing have you done on this business?
Well, basically, like I said, our main marketing is on Amazon itself. We do these sponsored ads, the AMS ads, storefront promotion, and that's about all. And as far as a little bit of social media, in which we've got great success. But besides that, we haven't done much marketing to achieve what we have today. And like I said before, if there's a tremendous scope in marketing more, and someone with a professional company who has the infrastructure to develop all these areas, they could probably double or triple the business in a couple of years, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it sounds like you've got the solid foundations for someone with the marketing experience to focus on that side of the business and focus on scaling. Which sort of channels did you see the most success with on Amazon, or was it social? What was sort of difference there?
No, it's Amazon. I mean, in Amazon, it's become very important, especially if you launch a new product, you have to do advertising, otherwise you wouldn't show up anywhere. Now, we have an advantage in most of our products. They come up in organic search in Amazon, but yet we spend a little bit of money on Amazon advertising because that brings us additional coverage. And, there are things like headline ads and stuff like that, which add to our organic search results. So mainly it's Amazon advertising. And I think for FBA business, that's the most important thing. Having good amount of advertising, sponsored ads, marketing ads, and a good presentation of the storefront. And then you can promote the store through Amazon ads, which really helps if somebody clicks on your store and if it's a well-made store and they can see all your products nicely presented on one URL, and it's a big advantage. So yes, definitely Amazon advertising has been our biggest marketing channel so far.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a thing I hear a lot from FBA owners that you have to sort of pay to play now, especially for product launches as well. And I'm interested to hear about your sort of product launch strategy and your product selection strategy. When you get a new product you want to try out, how do you sort of get it off the ground?
Well, like I said, we have to do a lot of advertising, but then we have an advantage where our brand has a good reputation. So when the product comes up through advertising and people see that it's our brand, then it's not so difficult to sell. But yes, initially we have to do a lot of advertising on Amazon, like sponsored ads. And they have recently started these video ads in which you have to spend a lot of money to start with, but then the returns are very attractive. So for any new product that we launch, we make sure that in addition to sponsored and marketing ads, we had these video ads also. And we make sure that we have some kind of a promotion through Instagram and Facebook also. So we have had great success, and it hasn't been taken us much time. Whenever we've launched a new product, it hasn't taken us much time for the product to really take off. And what's more important is the timing of launching the product. For example, if we have seasonal product and if we launch it a few weeks before the season starts, there's a good possibility that right when the season starts, it would really take off.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, having that solid brand recognition there on Amazon when you do promote, it sounds like it helps a lot with the success of product launches and sales through the advertising, just having that brand recognition on the marketplace, especially considering the age of the business, how long it's been around. So, I mean, overall, it sounds like a great business you've got here. So naturally, I'm curious as to why you're selling it.
Well, that's the only reason, because right now we are at a stage where we can command a good price. Our revenue is good. Our profitability is very good. And like I said, I've decided to just call it a day because I have a couple of health conditions which don't allow me to spend too much time. And I know right now we are really well established. And in order to stay at this level, it needs a lot of input from me as well, in addition to the staff we have. So that's the main reason. Right now, I think we can get a good price. And this, I think, is the right time to exit and move on with my retirement plan.
Yeah, it sounds that way. So what's the main things that you've learned from your experience with this business?
Well, the main things that I've learned is that it's very important to have good quality of products. That's one. Secondly, we have to be very helpful to customers. The customer service in Amazon is a very important thing. If a customer is not happy, you have to make sure that you satisfy him. You should never ever have a customer who's upset. That results in giving a great image to the brand and also making sure that we get good reviews on Amazon. Most of our products have quite a number of excellent reviews because of the quality of the products and our excellent customer service. So these are the main things that I've learned. And I've learned that if Amazon ever asks for any information or anything concerning our listing, we have to be proactive and make sure that totally comply with whatever they are saying. We should never ever get on the wrong foot of Amazon. And right now we are at a stage that we feel totally safe, that our Amazon account is safe. And we don't see any risk in this business of Amazon at all, like many other sellers are vulnerable, especially the new ones, because Amazon is so strict about their policies that if somebody makes a mistake, they just knock them out. But we feel totally secure right now because of what we've done to our brand, to our FBA business, and compliance with Amazon.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it sounds like just doing good business has helped you have some peace of mind that in following the rules that your business shouldn't have much risk. Of course, with all business, there's some risks. What do you think are the biggest risks with this business?
I think the biggest risk is only if whosoever buys a business, if he doesn't comply with something that Amazon asks them to do. But I don't really see any big risk, even if there is a problem with Amazon. It's not something that could knock the account down because it's a well-established account. But yes, repeated failures to comply with something that Amazon wants you to do could endanger the business. So that's one thing that the buyer must keep in mind, that they must comply with whatever Amazon wants, which is very rare. But whenever they ask for anything, we must comply with it.
Absolutely. Was there anything that you tried with this business when growing it that didn't work out for you?
Yes, the only thing that didn't work out, there have been some products which didn't work out, which we tried launching products which were selling very well in Amazon, but few products didn't work for the reason that they were really being sold by sellers who had established their brands for those products. And we realized that if we want to go for a new product, and if there is a seller who is really established and he has like tons of reviews and stuff, it's very difficult to enter that market, especially if he's selling at a price which is, reasonable, and you can't beat that price by a few dollars and things like that. But we've learned our lesson, and so we don't go for any new products which are already, overexposed in Amazon.
Absolutely. And I'm sure there'll be competitors out there who have learned the same lesson and trying to launch products that your brand is well established for. So looking at the future of the business, if you were to keep it on, what are some ways that you would try to grow it?
Well, like I said, we would spend a lot more time on social media and our website. It's something that's really not been tapped much by us because of our time limitations and things. But if the buyer has the right team and the right marketing people and good knowledge, it's an area which could really be tapped and increase business like anything. And they could also tap a lot of new products in the market, which are similar to what we are selling, in case they want to expand. So there's a huge potential in growing business, both in terms of marketing and, adding new products.
Yeah, absolutely. And with the process you've got in place, the way the business is set up, I'm sure the buyer will have time to focus on the marketing side of the business and scale. So, excellent stuff. Overall, putting yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why do you think this is a business worth buying?
It's worth buying because if somebody is looking for an Amazon business, we are one of the most successful sellers in Amazon with a robust account and a brand which has tremendous reputation with the clients. And our profitability is very high, as you can see from the numbers. So I think it's a good buy. And if I was looking for an Amazon business, I would jump at it.
Absolutely, yeah. Especially an established brand in Amazon, it's very difficult to build that from scratch. So to acquire one that's already established, yeah, that's definitely a desirable asset. So regarding the sale of the business, would you commit to a non-compete?
Of course, since we are not going to be in the business anymore, so there's no question of competing.
Quite right, yeah. Retiring from business altogether, so no chance of competing there. And how much support are you willing to offer buyers? Are you going for the standard 30 days of email and Skype support?
No, we are open. It depends if there's a reasonable request from the buyer to have additional support, depending on what it is. And if it's feasible and viable, we are open to it.
Excellent. And are you open to negotiating something like an earnout?
Yeah, we are, but it's very important for us to have a down payment of at least 85 to 90%. And on top of that, yeah, we are open to an earnout or a payment over time, a couple of years or something like that.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to share that I might have missed?
No, I think we've covered most of the things. And I wish good luck to whosoever is able to buy our business. And I have no doubt that he'd be extremely successful if he pays the right kind of attention and follows the right strategy. There's no reason why this business shouldn't grow to great lengths.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for your time, Ramen. It's been great talking to you.
Great talking to you as well. Thank you.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this listing has already been sold, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing 51430. If you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. Once you've unlocked this listing, you'll be given everything you need to know about this business. So until next time, enjoy your digital journey.